This is Rebecca Dell, and I'm going to be joined with instructor Brad, and we're going to go out and practice some basic maneuvers working towards my solo for my private pilot certificate.
Alright, aim kind of that way. And now give me 30 degrees of flaps.
30 degrees of flaps.
And let's just bring it into a stall. That's 40, I'll give you 30. There you go.
And I need to go nose up to stall it.
Yep, yep. So a little bit of left aileron to hold it wings level, just like that. Right about there. Recover. Full power. Nose back to the horizon. Bring out some flaps.
1,000, 1,000.
Good.
So the instructor's still in the airplane and still supporting verbally, but he is no longer taking the controls, and I feel that I'm finally beginning to do some of it myself. Now we're going to work on some steep turns.
You want to try it again? Okay, let's try it again. Turn left. All right.
The Airman Certification Standards explains how each maneuver has to be made. So for the steep bank turn, I have to clear the area, maintain maneuvering speed, do a 360-degree steep turn at a 45-degree angle, and then perform it in the opposite direction. I cannot lose more than 100 feet of altitude. I can't change airspeed by more than 10 knots. I can't change my bank angle by more than 5 degrees. And I cannot overturn or underturn by 10 degrees.
Went a little far.
Okay, went a little past, that's fine.
Yep.
Your altitude is only deviated about 100 feet, so that's good. Keep working on it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Doing good. Okay, so can you head back toward Alliance? Where's Alliance at?
Alliance should be over there with the white buildings, but there's lots of white buildings.
Okay, well, let's head over that way. See what we can find.
And so we head back to our home airport, another great session under our belt. Brad is going to debrief and give me some pointers as to where I need to improve. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like and share. Every single subscription helps. Thank you.
So we had a good training period. Your steep turns, you're only about 100 feet off. And I think what's happening is you're not anticipating. Initially, when you roll into your steep bank turn, you're pulling back unconsciously, okay? So instead of pulling back, try to be conscious of, get that level sight picture and hold it. The only thing that should change is the bank angle.
Yeah.
Then once you get that, you're gonna have to start to pull, because you'll feel the G-forces. You'll start to descend, and you'll have to pull it, and then the G-forces should be nice and smooth and even.
Yep.
So as you roll in, constant rate climbs look good. I showed you tonight. Hey, this is what it would look like if the engine quit in an emergency. The propeller was windmilling. We had it all the way back at idle. We had the carburetor heat on, and we were coming down. And I said, hey, just slow the airplane up to 70. And that sight picture you should want to become familiar with, because hopefully you'll never have to use it. But if you do, that's the speed you want.
Yeah.
That's the sight picture that you want, because that's going to keep you up in the air the longest amount of time, so that you can make decisions. Okay, I need to make a mayday call. I need to do my inverted L. Maybe I kicked my mags off. Maybe my mixture was too lean. I can push these things in, and with the propeller windmilling out there, if your mixture was too lean and it starved it of fuel, you push that back in, engine's going to start right back up. And then your heart can start beating again. Right? And so if that ever happens to you, you'd be like, oh my gosh, 70 miles per hour, 70 miles per hour. So where am I going to land? Where am I going to land? Where am I going to land? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions?
In that situation, what do we do with the flaps? Or just leave
You
them
want to
alone?
leave them up
Leave them.
because
Don't do it.
flaps are going to give you drag.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, let's say that you're too high. You're right on top of the field. That's the only one. There's alligators and wolves and mountains and antennas
Alligators.
everywhere else, right?
Yeah.
And the only field that Rebecca can land in is right underneath of her. And here you are at 3,000 feet. We could just spiral down. We could do a steep bank turn all the way around it and maybe extend out on the last time to give us a nice final to the field to land in. So we just
that
go,
sounds a lot more scary than just gliding into
right. Well,
something straight in
but
front of you.
we still have
But
to fly the airplane. We
it's-
still have to hit the field that we want to land in,
It's,
right?
it's interesting because my only concept of what I would do if the engine got up
Just
would
go
be to
straight
go
ahead.
straight. But now you keep telling me that there's other
options.
and I need to be thinking.
Right.
About
So if the field's right on top of you and you got all alligators and antennas and mountains everywhere else, why don't we just land right here so we could spiral down
Yeah.
and then turn it into a downwind, turn it into a base, turn it into a final, and
Yeah.
land.